you had to pan around.
Yeah, I got it.
And then at the end, you have to pan around.
Take a mag.
So,
Damn.
Hey!
Woo!
Very good. That's Last year, University of Texas football program brought in $168 million.
Wow.
And the players didn't get a single dime. My purpose here today is to tell you a little bit more about the atrocity that's going on in collegiate athletics. Athletes are being exploited every day for their work. Why does this matter to you? I'm sure all of y'all have either gone to a college sporting event or played NCAA football on your Xbox before, and you've contributed to this problem if you know it or not. College athletes in revenue-producing sports should be compensated for their services. They produce revenues, but they get absolutely nothing. Take the University of Texas, for example. In their national championship year in 2005 and 2006, Vince Young was the Longhorns. People went out and bought his jersey. They came to see him play. They didn't come to see the team. They wanted to see him play. He was the attraction. He was the product. Yet he got no money. Look at Kyle Brotzman, the kicker for Boise State. He had the opportunity to kick a field goal to earn $16 million for his school. They didn't get to see a dime of it. According to Rod Gilmore of ESPN, during UT's 05-06 national championship year, they reported a $42 million profit just from football. Michigan reported $37 million, and Florida reported $32 million. Again, none of this went to the athletes. Athletes work full-time at their sport. It truly is a job for them. And they're working for free. Would any of you ever work for free?
No, never would.
Steve Weiberg of USA Today, in one of his articles, talked about how football players spend an average of 44.8 hours per week on their sport. And it's not just the major sports. Women's softball players spend 37.1 hours per week, and men's golf athletes spend 40.8 hours per week. Fred Bowen of the Washington Post also mentions that nearly half of Division I football coaches make at least $1 million a year. How is it that coaches are making that much money, putting in the same amount of time and the same amount of effort as all the student athletes? Another major point is that the student athletes wouldn't take illegal money if they were being compensated. If they're receiving a stipend or some form of payment, they wouldn't be tempted to take small payments along the way to help cover basic expenses that their scholarships don't cover. Look at recent incidents. Look at the 5 players from Ohio State who were recently suspended. And A.J. Green at the University of Georgia sold his own game-worn jersey, basically a product of himself, for $1,500, and he was suspended for 5 games. He's the product, he made the money, yet he was suspended by the NCAA. Common thread between all of these incidences? It's small payments. They're not looking for huge handouts. They just need enough money to be able to cover their basic expenses and the things that their scholarships don't cover. So next time you watch a BCS bowl game on TV, or you watch the March Madness college basketball tournament at the end of the season, or you buy an NCAA football game, which grossed over $48 million last year, think about the athletes who aren't being compensated for that. Thank you.
King Mags! Hey!